Okay, so now for surface area. So this is my rather poor attempt at pulling apart the carton. Okay, and that gives us this particular shape. Okay, which is roughly, if you imagine it, it's roughly a rectangle with a few little bits sticking out. It's a really poor straight line. Okay, and this little section should be there. Okay, so that's roughly what we've got. Now, just a few of the measurements in here. Okay, this here is 7 centimeters from this point to this point. Okay, and another 7 centimeters, another 7, and another 7. Okay, the height of our carton, so this section here is the bottom. It's all folded up and stuff so that it holds the liquid. But starting from this point here all the way up to here, that's the side of our rectangular prism, or the height of our carton. Okay, and then our little section on top, which is the pyramid, is made out of this bit here, and you can actually see the the 4 triangular faces of the pyramid. Okay, and you can imagine them folding together to make the pyramid, and then there's these extra little bits in between that are just folded up from the paper, and that gives you your pouring flap. Okay, now this section here, when it's folded in, is only 2 centimeters tall. However, when we unfold it, the slant height is 4 centimeters, not 40. Fix that up. It's just 4 centimeters. Okay, so you'll notice that there are a couple of other little measurements. So this one up in this corner, we'll just zoom in. That is actually 1 centimeter. Okay, now this goes all the way along. Okay, we have a couple of other areas that are in here as well. Okay, now the reason and purpose for these is basically we've got to be able to glue it together. Okay, so these are what we call tabs. So these areas, and we'll highlight them in yellow, are how we glue our shape together. Okay, so when you make your design, you should be considering the surface area of these sections as well. Okay, but overall we can see this is just pretty much a fairly simple shape. Okay, so we can actually break this up into the rectangle that it makes overall. Now if we look at our measurements, we have 19.5 centimeters here, another 3.5 centimeters here, and another 4 centimeters here. So let's just work with that. So that is 3.5 centimeters, 19.5 centimeters, and 4 centimeters. Okay, now don't worry about the tabs at the moment, we'll deal with those in a minute. Okay, now if we go this way, without including our tabs, we have 4 lots of 7 centimetres. So 7 times 4, or 4 times 7 I should say, okay, will give us our distance there. So 7 fours, that's 28 centimetres, okay, and our width here is 3.5 plus 19.5, so that gives us 23 and 4, so that's 27 centimetres. Okay, so the surface area without tabs is equal to the area of that rectangle, so 27 times 28. And again, you can work that out, and that's an area measurement, so it's in centimetres squared. Now, we also do have our tabs. So we've got one of our tabs up the top here, okay, and that particular tab there is 27 centimetres long by 1 centimetre, okay. And that's a rectangle shape, so that one's a pretty easy one, 27 centimetres squared for that tab. Now we've got our tab down the side here, which is 28 centimetres long, okay, by again 1 centimetre wide. So we'll call this one tab 2. Okay, which will give us 24 centimetres squared. Okay, and then we've just got these little bits here, here, and one more over here. Okay, now this one here is 1 centimetre wide by 7 centimetres long. Okay, so we'll do this as tab 3, which is 7 centimetres times 1 centimetre, which is 7 centimetres squared. And then tab 4 and 5, which we'll do as these ones here and here. Each of those is 0.6 of a centimetre by 7 centimetres, and we've got 2 of them. So 0.6 times 7 times 2, okay, which is 0.42, 0.84 centimetres squared. Okay, so all up, if we want our total surface area, we have to add our answer from here. We have to then add 27, 24, 7, and our 0.84 from here. Okay, so adding all those up, you'll be able to get your total surface area in centimetres squared. And again, that is a job for you to do. Okay, now a couple of things to consider with your project. If you turn your project sheet over, on the back you'll notice that there is a rubric provided. That rubric shows you exactly what we will be marking to. So it's pretty easy for you guys to be able to get yourselves a passing mark. Just make sure that your final project that you hand in meets everything in the satisfactory column. If you fail to hand things in, and if you lose things, okay, unfortunately, we won't be able to mark them. However, if you do think you might lose things, any of the work that you do in class, including copying these calculations down, should be put into a folder in the classroom and left with your teacher in your classroom, so that there are some things for us to give you marks on. Okay? So if you want to get better than satisfactory, have a look at the things that are mentioned on the marking rubric, and provided that you can do all the things before plus the things at that level, you can pick whatever grade that you want to get with this. So guys, good luck. Make sure that you do put in the work and effort and make sure you hand things in, okay? And hopefully you'll be able to get yourselves a nice, good, solid mark for this project. Thank you.